think everything seems fine, as long as the sound's working. Well, I know it's working, I just don't know. Right mic. Yeah, it sounds like right mic. Meowdy. Hi, Mr. Winnie. Why is the path wet here? Oh, they have sprinklers. They've been watering it. Watering stuff. Guess they have the sprinklers all along the road. These are turned on to water the bushes. Fancy. Yeah, you're riding an e-bike. It's a little hot today, so I figured I'd just ride the e-bike around. Why does it turn green when there's nobody there? Did I trigger that? I just hit the button, figured it would just give me a green light. Since that road was, I guess so. I guess it triggers the other light. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I guess you can hear it. Well, oh, there it goes. Hello. Hi, Cora. Marcus. How are you doing? I'm just cruising around on an e-bike today. Nice. Yeah, same pretty much. I wasn't gonna have that long to ride, so I figured I'd just ride. And I took Beryl to work today, so I figured I'd just ride through town until I picked her up. And then she messaged me right before I started and said she was gonna probably have to stay late. So I don't actually know how long I'm gonna end up riding now. Don't really want to drive back home from up here. And I don't really care if I ride for 2 or 3 hours, so. Especially on this e-bike, I'll never get tired. I can just ride until I run out of battery. I guess I will cross here. I kind of came up with a loop to do. There's either bike lanes or bike paths. Wait, that looks like the same kind of bike. The other person just went riding by. Or it's very similar if it's not the same bike. Yeah, there you go. I've done that before, rode up the road and then up to here another way, but I've never gone across the interstate here. The path ends right here. I guess that's why that other e-biker is in the road and not, because you have to either do that for like a couple blocks or either cruise up the sidewalk. Oh, these are dangerous trees. They're dangerous for the GoPro. Really dangerous. Oh, my handlebars are almost too high. I can't actually, I'm just gonna take the sidewalks. This bike has a really, really low seat and really, really high handlebars, where you sit almost just like straight up. And it's too small for me, so it's my arms and my legs feel way, way, way too long. But like I almost put my face like on the phone and screen here. Hi, fish. Pretty good. How about you? It's a little warm today, so I decided to ride an e-bike. That's all I'm doing right now. Fish. I have haven't ridden it in like quite a while. Nice. No, she's been mostly just working late, so the traffic's not that bad. So, just been driving to work and drive home. Right. Thank you. Yeah, so for her to, it doesn't hardly have enough battery for her to ride to work and then back home. Although I guess the main thing is it would take her a really, really long time to get to work and home. Angry people. Like, she was riding the e-bike home, but by the time she takes the train part of the way home and then ride home, it takes her like an hour and a half to get home. The thing actually does make you pedal when you're going up hills, and it's so small. I can't hardly pedal that hard with my knees crammed up like this. Yeah, so she doesn't really like taking an hour and a half to get to work and home. So what I was doing is driving her to work. And so I believe I can cross here and then the East Side Rail Trail starts. Yeah, it's right there. So I was just driving her home, or driving her to work, and she'd ride it home. But it hasn't been taking her that long to drive home if she stays late. So she's just been doing that. The main thing, she was gonna ride the e-bike to get exercise, but you don't really get exercise riding this, hardly. And she's just been going home and playing Beat Saber and stuff to get exercise. So, I mean, I guess you can get exercise riding this if you turn the assist off. I have it on the lowest assist level, and the only exercise I just thought was just riding up that hill right then. Or at least, you know, cardio. And it's so small for me, it's actually, I could turn the assist off and ride it, but it's really hard to ride, so small. So I had been taking her like a few days a week. Mostly now I've been, I took her to work today, and then I've been taking her to work on Friday because the traffic's horrible on Friday, like worse than it is any other day of the week. So it's definitely faster for her to ride home Friday than it is to drive. Yeah, I guess, I'm guessing it's just the normal commuters, but then some people have Friday off. So you have like people just driving around town also, or either maybe people just go out more since it's almost a weekend. But Friday is like definitely like the worst traffic, worst day of the week. Oh, this is interesting. They have this that tells about all kinds of stuff. It's a really fancy bridge. Cool, interesting. I've never been up here, so I'm exploring. I'm driving like, going like by downtown Bellevue. That's what all the skyscrapers over there are. Now we go back into on the gravel, get dusted. Who the heck is calling me? I'm pretty sure it's Republic. Probably telling me what garbage is getting picked up. Well, they can leave a voicemail. It already stopped ringing before I could get the phone out of the backpack. They went a few weeks and didn't pick up garbage here because they went on strike. So now everything's messed up. Like them picking up stuff different days and everything, trying to get caught back up because they started working again last week. So going by the area code, I'm pretty sure it's the Phoenix area code. And that's what it always is. They call a recording and tell you what bins they're gonna pick up. Yeah, so like last week was supposed to be like, we get yard waste picked up every week, and we just get garbage and recycling picked up every other week. Yard waste is every week, garbage and recycling is every other week, but last week they skipped recycling. They said so they could get caught up on garbage and yard waste. So I think this week would be a yard waste week, but I think they're doing only recycling. That's what they said they were going to do next week, or last week on the recording. Is that they'd skip it and then do recycling this week. So I assume that's what that call is for. Yeah, weren't they on strike down there also, where they didn't work for a few weeks or something like that? Or are they actually working again down there, or are they still not working? I think I saw they started working again in like LA. Oh, so that back there is the light rail station, and here's the rail yard where they have all the trains. It's kind of cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, it wasn't really bad for us. We, like, garbage and recycling only gets picked up every 2 weeks anyways, so they actually started back up the day that, I guess they only stopped for like 2 weeks here. So some of the places here they pick up every week, so I guess those people had more stuff piled up. What they ended up doing with us is they stopped the day after they picked up our garbage and recycling pickup, and then they started back 2 weeks later, the day that ours were supposed to be. So we only got yard waste skipped, and we don't actually ever fill up the bins more than like halfway either, so. Okay. In about a week or so? Okay, have them like working again, I guess. So this just goes over, yeah, to the other road. Okay, I'm gonna keep going up this way. Hi, Kitsy. Yeah. I've only actually, 25 is the max speed. I mean, unless I pedal it faster, but it won't assist me past 25. I'm going like 13, so like, it's not that hard to get up to 25. I'm gonna call it a dust storm, but Oh, nice. So I was planning on turning up here, right here, and going up there, and then doing a loop. The loop I planned out was, I've already done half of it. I guess I am averaging a high speed riding an e-bike. So I guess, don't want to get this too dusty. I guess it'd be fine. It's actually not getting that dusty. Oh my, a bike that goes 37 miles an hour with no brakes sounds terrifying. Yeah, you prefer your manual bike? I mean, like this is Beryl's e-bike. It's this size. I don't know if you can see it good. Huh? Google Maps?
It told me to take left on 116th, right from Northrop.
Uh-huh.
Then it turns left on the 116th marked bike lane. That means the green lane, right?
I'm not sure. Where are you trying to get to?
Well,
Like what area?
I don't know why Google's telling me to turn a left on 116th, then turn right on Northeast 70th, and then continue on to Old Redmond Road. I'm trying to go to 138. I just don't understand where they're telling me.
Oh, because this is East Side Rail Trail that you just got on.
So
it goes all the way down and ends like just south of Whole Foods.
Sorry, I'm trying to look at an apartment. Like I rode here from Seattle and I thought it'll make sense when I get there.
Yeah.
But like, you told me to go all the way up Northrop, and then when you get to Northrop, it says turn left. Like this is the only left. Maybe I don't know. So you don't know where 138 is, right?
No,
Okay,
I'd have to look on Google Maps to see.
Sorry, I'm just awkward. I don't know.
That's fine. No, I know some of the bike trails around here, but I haven't been through this part of town that much. So, but Google's really, really bad at not actually showing you the trails and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call this woman. I can't. Like, I'm just not gonna be able to make it on time.
Uh huh.
I don't know. I'm sorry that I stopped you. I'm autistic. I can't. I don't know how. I can't. You can't read maps. You can't be successful. I mean, I can't even get to the apartment. Now this is like I can't even move.
Yeah.
I have a social worker. She doesn't understand it. But if I said to you, I've been hit by a car 7 times, you would know without me explaining. Oh, your brain probably changed. You would know that just from that sentence.
Yeah.
No, I'm just sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, sorry I couldn't help.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just gonna go home.
Yeah, I don't know where the road is that she's talking about because I don't know Bellevue real good. But yeah. Meowdy Fifi. Sorry, I'm just awkward. Brother same. No, I am too. People tell me they're awkward. Hi, Syria. Yeah, she's trying to get to a road, and I guess she's supposed to meet somebody, so she's going to be late. And it sounded like the person doesn't like it if people are late. So stressed out. Is that what it sounded like? Yeah, meowdy. I'm just riding around on the e-bike because it's kind of a little bit warm today. I think it's cooler here than where I started. Oh, I forgot. I was going to show you the bike. I started to show you the bike, and then I saw that lady coming, and so I didn't want to walk out on the other side of the trail and almost block the trail. And then she started talking to me. Oh, anyways, what I was saying is, what I was going to show you, Cassie, is this is Beryl's e-bike. It's really, really small for me. So I mostly like riding my regular bike because this one's easier to ride a long ways because of e-bike, but it's not that comfortable to ride. My regular bike's a lot more comfortable to sit on and ride because I'm so cramped up on this one. Like, this is too small. I wouldn't be able to ride it if it wasn't an e-bike. And it's like the style with the really, really high handlebars where you sit almost completely straight up. Like, you don't lean over at all, basically. So it's nice. It's fun to cruise around on. But it's like a different experience. It's just kind of fun riding e-bikes some, but I do actually mostly like my manual bike more also. Wait for these people to go by each other. How are you all doing today? I wonder how much dust I'm kicking up. It doesn't look like much. Ah, okay. So probably didn't fit super great anyways, and then and it's old. Huh, did the new bike, you said 2013 geometry, did the new bikes just fit a lot better? 'Cause probably, yeah. More Legos? Man, watching you build those makes me want to buy Legos and put them together. I hadn't had Legos since I was a kid. And when I was a kid, they didn't make Legos that, crazy. Yeah, it looks like it would be really fun putting it together. I didn't know they made Legos that crazy until me and Beryl walked into a Lego store like I don't know, a year or so ago in the mall when we were just going through the mall just to look and see, like, you know, what all they had. And I hadn't had Legos since, like, put together Legos since I was a kid, just like ones that I bought at Walmart or whatever. But the freaking yeah, the fancy ones, like I think the Lego store, they had a bunch of Star Wars Legos that I wanted. They had a Millennium Falcon. I think it was like $600 or something like that. Like, it was insanely expensive. Oh. Hi. Sorry. Thank you. I guess you probably could, yeah. But it would look really cool. My brother's gotten a few, him and his wife have gotten a few, I remember it being really, really, really expensive. Mm-hmm. That sounds cool. But yeah, like the really fancy ones with all the moving stuff and everything just seems really, really cool. Like Fifi, like your Concorde with the like fold out landing gear and everything, it just seems really cool. Like I had Legos that you just put together and then nothing moved. So like fold out Lego gear or Maybe a little bit would move, but you had to manually move it. It didn't have like, yeah, I never had anything that had like gears and linkage where you just like move one landing gear in and out. That and the remote control. Like, I'd love to put together like a Lego Millennium Falcon, but it's $850, so I never will. Oh, okay, I was wondering about that. Yeah, I never ended up coming back. I was gone for a long time, and I finally got back on Twitch, and had already ended. So I never got to see that or anything. Uh-huh. Yeah. Just mix stuff together. I was gonna go speed up and go by that person, and then the bikers sped up about the same time as me. And then I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess we're all three passing right at the same time. Oh, why is this part of it wet? See, I'm gonna pull over here to the side and look at the map, but pull over here where I'm out of the trail, in case anybody comes flying by. Car can apparently be an SR-71, which I would also like. Oh, so you could take it apart at some point and then go. So you could use your thing as a Concorde for a while and then take it apart and make it something else. That seems kind of fun. So how far north am I? Oh, I see. So you might not be able to, or it might be really hard. Oh, I'm a wave. The freak north. Uh-huh. Like it's wet. Some of it's wedged in there so much. Let me check and see if Errol's messaged me or not. I was planning on just doing a really short stream, but then right before I started, she messaged me and said she was probably gonna have to stay late at work. And said she'd let me know. So I actually don't know. She hasn't messaged me back. I don't want to get at the whole north side of the metro, and if she was going to be working for 2 more hours, this thing has enough battery to do a giant massive loop. But if she messages me and is ready for me to pick her up and I just start doing that, I'm going to be like freaking an hour away from the car or something, which wouldn't be ideal. Yeah. I guess I'll turn around and head back. Just send it. Like, just do the whole thing. I mean, worst case, I could, if I do a loop, I'm actually going to be riding by part of the area that she takes the train. I could actually take the train back to my car. Uh-huh. No, I mean, I was just already considering it, you know? Like, but yeah, I'll head back. If Well, what I was gonna do is I'm on the East Side Rail Trail. It goes up through Kirkland and then goes oh yeah, I forgot. I was gonna show Cassie the bike. Still here. It goes through Kirkland. I was gonna ride all the way up to Totem Lake. Okay, so here's the bike. This one of the ones of see little small fat tires. And the handlebars are really, really, really high up. Top speed's like 25. And hi, Casey. It is very small. It feels like a toy when I ride it around. It's a fold-up bike, so it you can fold the handlebars over and then adjust that and just fold the frame in half. So I guess that's part of why it's that small, so you can, or the frame wise is that small, so you can fold it up, which is good because I wouldn't be able to take it anywhere any other way. Because I put my bike on the car. Yeah. Well, yeah. She bought it and was planning on me riding it some also. So, why is the fit rate so bad? Is that like just all it can get in every connection? That's weird. This one's at one size fits all, which I guess it is. You can ride an e-bike if it's super, super small. So, you know, it works fine. It fits her better, but she actually said the handlebars are a little high for her, where she doesn't really like not leaning over at all. And it's that screwed threw up like a dust storm, kind of. That's why I was riding slow on this part, because there's tons of people walking, and I wouldn't really like just walking through dust if I was walking and an e-bike comes flying by me like 25 miles an hour. Go by each other. It's usually, I almost don't like riding here in the summer anyways. This is nice in the spring or the fall, but like in the summer it gets mega dusty. Well, you can see the dust all over everything on both sides of the trail. So I think what I'll do is, I do want to sometime go ride around the whole metro on the e-bike. I haven't ridden enough to get used to riding more than, like, mostly when I've been riding recently, if I go above, like, once I've ridden like 25 miles, my legs are kind of dead. I think this thing has like a 60-mile range, but it also, yeah, I don't know. It supposedly, I think, has a 60-mile range, but it's still 91% charged right now. Like, and I don't know how many miles I've ridden. I read it on the lowest setting. Seems like it would go over 60 miles. Yeah, that's what I'm not sure. I've never ridden it. I've only ridden it a few times. And I think the most I've ridden it in a day is like 12 miles. Daryl has ridden it 6 miles. And I started with it like 96% charged, something like that. So I've gone 6 miles and 5% of the battery. I guess that does sound like it would get about, if you don't like run the battery all the way down. Dang, that's crazy. I don't remember exactly what this was, but I was thinking it was something around like 60 miles. I guess it would be if I run it all the way down to 0% battery. $28, dang. Wait, so I guess level 3 e-bike, because they max out at 28. Oh. I couldn't tell if that car was going to stop or not. It looked like they were really thinking about it, about stopping or not stopping. So this is a level 2. So its top speed is 20 miles an hour for level 2, but you can unlock it in the app where it'll go 25 miles an hour. So it can go 25 miles an hour. It has a trigger so you can just make it go without pedaling. That won't let you go over 20, but you can make the assist. It'll assist you up to 25. You can turn that on and off in the app because it's not legal to ride on trails if you have it turned to 25 miles an hour. Wow, that's insane. Wait, so remember that charge isn't linear? Is that what you said? Yeah, I mean 20, I don't normally ride my regular bike over like 15 or 20 unless I'm going, I guess I'll ride it like 15 some, but I don't ride it that fast unless I'm kind of going downhill or it's completely flat and it's close. And I haven't ridden that long where my legs aren't tired. And there's no people here, so it's time to cruise a little faster. If I throw out a bunch of dust, it should settle before anyone suffocates on it. But this is just really easy to go, just cruise 20. Like I don't get any exercise. I mean, my legs probably get exercise. Like this does make my legs feel like in better shape because I'm pedaling a little bit. I don't get any cardio is what I should say. I can actually ride this like miles and miles and miles, and I'm not pedaling as hard, but I'll ride way further on this if I have enough time than I will on my regular bike. So I think it still gets my legs in pretty good shape. All right, I'm gonna go up this ramp that I said I was gonna go on earlier. And Veryl hasn't messaged me and said I'm just gonna stay around this part of town, but there's another, oh, this has spoilers or whatever. On the front and the back, which is nice. That's about as fast as I ever take mine, and that's like mostly if I'm coasting down a hill. Yeah, so when I lived in the Southeast, like years ago when I used to ride a lot, there was this mountain we used to ride up. I'd go there with my dad and brother, and we'd all three ride. And there was like just a Forest Service road that you rode down, and I would fly down that thing like, I don't know what I'd get to, maybe 25 or 30 or something. But that was still really, really fast. Like I'd end up, so I need to cross the road and then ride on the bike lane, it looks like. I forgot what this one exactly was. But I used to ride down that road so fast that like, it was like where the road was kind of bumpy and it was a gravel road. And it was type of one where like my freaking, vision was blurry, trying to, like you couldn't hardly see because you're just like shaking so bad. That, I don't know what that car was just trying to do, because there was cars beside me also. Like I saw them, so I slowed down, so they didn't come close to running me over. But, did you hear their tires squeal because they stopped so fast? Let's see, so I need to cross right here to go up to the other trail. So this doesn't have a button. Nope, that was them. No, that was that SUV. And I slowed down because I was watching them and I'm like, they look like they're not stopping. Somebody's parked in the bike lane, looking at their phone. So, there was a car coming up beside me, kinda. I assume maybe they were trying to get in front of the car and I was a little ahead of the car and they didn't see me. So they slammed on brakes. And the other cars just stopped in the intersection about that time. Oh wait, this is the trail right here. All right, cool. We made it. So this goes all the way to Redmond along the freeway. I thought I'd ride it for a ways. I don't know how loud it'll be because it's right beside it here, but I think it goes kind of up the hill and a little ways up here. So I won't be like at a noise level. Wait, what? Oh, so this is drained down to 85% battery. So it does actually, compared to what I was doing earlier, it does seem to die faster if you go fast. Well, plus I had to pull up that steep hill. So it doesn't seem like I would get 100 miles. Oh, haha. Oh, slamming on brakes that are like, they're like, oh crap, that poor biker's about to get ran over. And I was watching the car too, being like, I think that person's trying to kill me. I should start slowing down. Someone just left a scooter there. And talking about speed, I don't go like 20. If bike said that I was going 27 right then, I don't go that fast much. I could feel the wind blowing on the GoPro because it was like blowing my, trying to like kind of pull my helmet, you know, backwards. Like flip it off to the top of my head. Because seemingly this just goes along the freeway the whole time. I was hoping it would get less loud. It's still kind of fun to ride though. Oh, my legs are tired. It's so hard on them to pedal this, being this cramped up. The way you want it to be. Imagine if I had chocolate and I could be riding doing hard labor while eating chocolate. Wouldn't that really be the life? Detour route. Stop on that to use bike signal. Oh, my legs are destroyed. I'm not used to riding with them that cramped up. Let me drink some water. This bike doesn't have a oh, my water is on that side. This bike doesn't have a bottle holder. I haven't tried to mount one to it. So I gotta take the water bottle out of my backpack to be able to drink. Wow, did you see the fountain? The water bottle is under pressure. It just squirted water up all in front of the GoPro. Hopefully not on the lens. That's a cool car. A little tiny old car. I don't have any clue what kind of car it is because I don't keep up with cars, but it looks cool. I miss let's see. I was messaging her all back. All right. She is gonna leave in like 30 minutes or whatever. So I guess I will head back to the car. That'll give me it. I can like freaking cruise. And that'll give me just enough time. I can probably get back there in 30 minutes. actually, like riding fast, but yeah, I'm gonna head. All right. Alrighty. Cruise back towards the car, and it'll probably take like, I don't actually know. I rode up here pretty fast. I guess if I'm actually riding fast, it probably only take me like less than 30 minutes to get there. This is all downhill now, I think, pretty much. So I'm just, oh, I guess it's downhill and then it's uphill, but I get back there pretty fast and do some flying. Woo! Ba-ba-ba. Ow, that was a big bump. If it wasn't a big bump, I was going like, all the bumps feel big going this fast. I'm not used to riding this fast. I need to stand up when I go over these. Oh, more tree roots. Oh, I was like, it's been downhill, so I've just been coasting the whole way. So I started pedaling again, and I'm like, wait, why is this so hard to pedal? And then I realized, I guess I sat there long enough messaging Meryl on the phone that the bike turned the assist off. Like, it was still turned on, so the screen was on, but the assist was turned off. So, yeah, for a second I was like, oh no, this doesn't feel like it's working. I hope it didn't just die. And then realized it was turned off. Glad I have a visor on my helmet. I can at least see where I'm still see where I'm going. Do. Has the stream been low bit rate the whole time? I looked earlier and I'm looking again now and the bit rate's really low. But it's throttled, it's spread over all the connections evenly, which is, well no, now it's going back up. I was wondering if it was glitched out. I've had it glitched out before. Okay. I've had it glitched out before where it doesn't use all the connections right, and I've had to, I can just stop the Velobox from streaming and restart it, and it fixes it. I've only had it happen like once or twice. Okay, cool. I was wanting to make sure it would actually go above like 1K. And the only two times I've looked, it's been like doing about 1K, but normally if it's that low, like one of the connections will be better than other ones, but it was all like spread out. I guess maybe right when I looked, they all three use the same tower, and I was equal distance between it, and it was getting about the same upload from all three of them. Alright, let me look right here. I should change the max bit rate also, to see if that made any difference or whatever. Oh, there's no bike lane on this side of the road. You're supposed to just ride down the road. Or I guess you could be like me and just go down the sidewalk. Oh, the sidewalk's very bumpy though. I'm gonna bell onto the bike lane at this driveway, I think. I'm just gonna let these cars go by so I'm not in the bike. So I'm not just running out in front of them. I've had cars before when I've pulled out like that on the bike lane. They've like slammed on brakes like that guy that almost ran me over because they thought I was just going across the road. So I figured I'd wait so I didn't scare somebody to death. Alright. I need to go. I guess you just have to use the crosswalk to get on that side. Wait. I mean, I might be overly considerate, but I didn't used to do stuff as much like wait and not go out into the bike lane, but like I've done it and like scared people to death. Like they thought they were gonna run over me, and I'm just like, so I don't walk out at the edge of the sidewalk on the road either and scare people to death. Like, I don't know. People here really like just walking out in the road and riding out in the road in front of you on bikes or if they're walking, which is probably why people think I'm doing it. And like, they will, some people don't even look and they just go out in the road, and I've almost ran people over from doing that. So that's that gravel trail that went back to that cutoff of the East Side Rail Trail earlier. So instead of going down it, I'm gonna cruise down this paved one and then go through, instead of going on this side of the interstate past downtown Bellevue, I'm gonna drive through Oh. See, well, I mean, I don't ride as much as you. Most of the people here are super, super nice. I'm passing on your left. Oh, the trail's closed. Bike lane closed, share the road. Oh, they just want me to go out into the road. All right. I guess I'll just ride down the lane. They have a little place over there for people to walk. Oh, you can get back on it right there. And then they just tell bikes to go on the road, so just figure out what. Ugh, my knees. They don't like what I'm doing to them. I mean, they're fine with it. But yeah, I don't know. Most of the people have been really nice here, Fish. Yeah. Yeah, the person earlier that squealed their tires is the closest I've come to getting ran over, and that didn't scare me. Like, I was watching them speed up and just assumed they were gonna stop. I assumed they probably didn't see me, but there were cars also coming through the intersection, and I thought there's no way they didn't see the other two cars. So I was waiting for them to see them and stop. So, like, I had both of my hands ready to lay down on the brakes, so that didn't actually scare me. But it could have still been dangerous if they hadn't stopped and I hadn't stopped in time either. But I'm just saying that's the closest I've come to getting ran over. So I haven't had any bad experiences, is what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the path still keeps going here. That's why I make sure people like see me when I'm like, even people pulling out on driveways, I'll usually make sure, you know, they're looking right at me or they wave me on or something, because I don't really want to go in front of someone, and it's really, really easy not to see bikes. Especially this time of day, like actually the person that squealed their wheels, I don't know if the sun was in their eyes or not, but I was west of them, so the sun easily could have been in their eyes, for they couldn't see me or the cars hardly. I mean, they were flying up to a red light pretty fast, since they had a red light there. If they couldn't see from the sun. Yeah, I've had people do it with me, and Beryl, like, had somebody when I was riding with her, and she was driving a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago or so, on a scooter. They had, like, Beryl had the green light, the other road was red, and this lady just comes down the sidewalk on the other road on the scooter and just tears out across the intersection right in front of Beryl, and Beryl slams her brakes, and the lady in the scooter slammed on brakes so hard she started going over, like, oh, there's Mount Rainier, you can see it a little, like, pulled her back wheel up off the ground, like, started going over the handlebars, and, like, had this look on her face like, I'm about to die, but, like, she just didn't even slow down and didn't even look either. The trail's closed. this ruins my, wait, where am I? Okay, detour is on that side. So I just have to ride down the sidewalk on the other side. I don't like riding on the sidewalks because they're too thin. It's hard to go by people. Does this actually work? This doesn't do anything when you mash it. I think it might not. Either it doesn't talk to you or either the button's not working. What is it beeping for? I think the button's not working. Uh-huh. Are you going this way? I don't think the button's working because it doesn't do anything when I mash it. So we might just have to go out between cars. It doesn't, oh, no, I guess it is.
Wait.
All right. Yeah. Most of them say like the one right there, when I mashed it, it said wait, but the other one was just silent. This is really bumpy. Oh. So I was just very confused. So I was telling the other person, so if I didn't get a light and I just ran off across the road when there was a really good gap on cars, they'd have a chance to do the same thing. So the trail's open on that side now. So I'll close the head across here.
Wait.
I'm gonna go back across to that side. I don't remember how many more intersections I read down, but I think it's still a few blocks. See, I like these more. It's super wide and easy to get by people walking their dogs and everything. Unless the dogs are trying to say hello to you. Both of those dogs are just pulling so hard, like, wait, 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 hi. I want to say hello to the biker. Hello. Oh, it ends here, so I guess I only needed to go down one more block. All right, I'm gonna stop here. Actually make sure Veryl hasn't messaged me. Oh, yeah, and there's no, it's on a timer, and if a car doesn't trigger the cycle, then you never get a light. Let's see. All right. All right, Veryl had messaged me, so I was messaging her back. Uh-huh. All right, so... Wait, where's the button for crossing there? Oh, it's way over here. Wait. the same poles, and here they put one here, and one's way the freak over there. And they're like, I would think the one for this road would be over here, and the one for that road would be over there, but it's not. It's the other way around. Unless they have the signs pointing in the wrong way, but the arrow for the one I mashed points to go across here. I think you're actually supposed to go out there and get on the bike lane and then cross for the regular light. I actually probably should just have crossed right then. I guess that's true, actually, yeah. We can see what it says and stuff. Where are they going? Oh, into the parking garage? True. If I don't get a light, I'll go do it. No, give me a light here, so. And then you're supposed to turn and queue up here to cross. Now we're on the road doing bike lanes the rest of the time, but most of it didn't look too sketchy looking at it on Google. We'll see how many times we get ran over. Or almost ran over. Oh, they have bike holders. Yeah, so this is kind of cool. I've driven through here a few times, but I mostly haven't gone through downtown Bellevue much. So it's cool driving between all this, like through the middle of downtown. It has separate bike signals. Am I supposed to mesh anything for a bike signal? Like, how does it know I'm here? Or does it just give me a signal every, if there's a bike here or not? Because there's no bike button. Unless they want you to... Oh, I guess there are some, yeah. So maybe you can tell if there's a bike here. Or not loops, but there's some like X's in the ground where they put stuff in the pavement. That's a really short light. The guy behind me is still going across. So I gotta watch for his Tesla because they just got in their car. Am I supposed to get over right here where this bike symbol is? Or... and it only has a bus symbol. Yeah, like that one doesn't have one. But, which I guess you can just ride through here unless the buses are going through, actually, because the lane stays over here. I don't know. That's what I was trying to decide though, because it has a bus signal and there's a bike lane out there, and then the bike lane crosses the bus lane. And so like I was confused about what you're supposed to do. Do not get ran over by a bus on that one. I guess you're going around a bus stop, so unless you're pulling out a bus stop, you just wouldn't get ran over by one, really. Amazon Go now open. Huh. So I think I'm supposed to go down one more block, or maybe 2 more blocks, and then turn left. Yeah, Fish, she said as far as bike lanes, these are the fanciest bike lanes I've ever seen. I've never ridden anywhere else that has like separate bike signals at some of the intersections and stuff like that. And this many like colored bike lanes and everything. Great night, Mr. Winnie Cat. Wait, so... wait, this does have a bike sensor that I rode right beside. Good night, Mr. Winnie Cat. Glad you enjoyed your ride, and I hope you have a nice night. I guess it is late there. What time is it here? 7:30? Oh yeah, it is. I won't be going that too much longer anyways. This is taking me way longer than I planned for it because I'm getting stuck at so many traffic lights than riding uphill here when I was on a bike trail going by all of this. But I'll probably be back in like 10 more minutes. I should only have a couple more intersections to get through before I get to the bike trail again. Oh, okay. That SUV looked like they were starting to go, and then they saw the no-go sign. Wait, so a lot of these, well, actually most of these are just like this. There's a few sections that had curves in between you and the cars, which almost none of the lanes here have any even space like this. So this feels really no straight except for bikes and buses. This feels like a really fancy bike lane to me. Yeah, I'm not used to having bike sensors and having to make sure I'm actually on the bike sensor. But these actually have Uh-huh. I mean, I've never lived in a city that, like, Chattanooga had some bike lanes, but not like, it wasn't other than downtown part of it, it wasn't that dense. Yeah, I saw there's a diamond that I'm sitting on, and then you park right here. This is disturbing, being out in the middle of the intersection, but the right turn lane, they'll go behind you, and that's the right turn lane, and people are only turning left, so I'm actually not in the way of traffic at all. The only one supposed to be going straight is buses. Oh, a helicopter. But I'm not used to this, like places where you get in a bike lane and you get in a little box there and then turn to go down the other street and stuff like that. It's like whack. Uh-oh, my lane's ending. It wants me to get in the road. That would be faster and make more sense, probably. Okay, I think this turns back into a wide sidewalk. Yeah. Yeah, like when there's only one car there, it probably would have made more sense for me to just queue up behind the car and turn instead of going and waiting on that bike light and then waiting on the other bike light. It's just like wasting a bunch of time. All right. Uh-huh. It's kind of interesting. At least for today, at least for today, it's fun using the bike signals and stuff, because I've never ridden any place to trails, bike lanes like that. So if I commuted all the time, I'd probably start going with the cars on like the intersections where it's faster and stuff like that. But like, it is actually cool to just stay in the bike lanes and see like what kind of experience it is. Like what it's like riding your bike around just on bike lanes and trails as much as you can. Bike lanes and bike trails. And like Bellevue has pretty nice bike lanes. Like I went from a bike trail through downtown, through bike lanes, down to another bike trail. And there was only that one little section where I had to get out into a traffic, into a regular lane. Like, you can't go all over the city, but there's a few different roads you can go up and down. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Kind of cool. Fun to go cruise around and see what it's like. Seattle has some bike lanes and bike trails, and they say they try, but Seattle doesn't really look like they try. Like hardly any of the bike lanes and bike trails connect to other ones, or at least when I've looked at riding over there, they didn't. Like they add a bunch of bike lanes to a bunch of roads, but then you can't really ride around without going through traffic a lot. So Bellevue seems like the nicest place in the metro area, where they actually have quite a few roads with bike lanes all like linked together, so you don't actually have to ride in just a regular busy road and hold up traffic. Like I don't mind riding in on a regular road that much if it's a 2-lane road, and it's not that busy, so the traffic can just get over another lane and go by you. But I don't like riding on like 4-lane roads with constant cars and holding up traffic. In a few years, yeah. I mean, in my opinion, Seattle is a bit of a dumpster fire, as far as they don't seem very functional at doing anything, like much at all. Like they have some stuff, and they eventually do stuff, but like it's after like talking about it for like 5 years or something. I don't know. They seem really slow. Like, it seems like they're really slow and do a major amount of talking about doing stuff before they actually ever do anything. At least that's my opinion on the stuff I've kept up with. So a bit bloated and unfunctional seeming. Oh, they have sprinklers over there to water the stuff in the middle of the road too. That's freaking fancy. The other thing is also Seattle, the way people drive in Seattle, I'm way less worried about people in Bellevue running me over than people in Seattle running me over. You wouldn't think people would drive that much differently in Seattle and East Side, but Seattle has like what I imagine like city drivers that are like super aggressive and everything. And East Side, well, at least when you're in Bellevue and stuff, most of the people are much more chill. So I can go right down here. So that's an old house. This is Mercer Slough. I've streamed here before and walked around like Blueberry Farm, like the place where you could like pick your own blueberries. It's right over there. This is just, I parked on the other side before when I walked around. I didn't even realize there was a parking lot here. And that's an old house. I think part of the time they've had a museum in it, but it hasn't been open. I don't think as long as I've lived here. I thought maybe it'd open in the summer, but it was closed all last summer, supposedly, I think, and closed this summer. Or at least Google says it's closed. That's part of why I didn't think there was a parking lot here, because I figured the museum was closed, and if it had a parking lot, it was just for the museum and it would be closed, but the parking lots for the museum and Blueberry Farm and just for the walking trails. Because it's a Bellevue City Park. All right, let me, I guess. Oh, so Veryl should be... I told Veryl I would just pick her up. Because it's late enough that there won't be any traffic going there. And by the time I pick her up, there won't be any traffic coming home. but it took me longer to get here. So she should be ready to get picked up right now. So I guess I should go ahead and raid somebody and put my bike in the car and head that way. Oh, here. I'll show you how the bike folds up though, if anyone's interested. It's gonna be actually kind of hard getting it in the car with the backpack and stuff on. No, in the car. I mean, I could if she wanted to sit right here. See, it has a luggage rack, so you could theoretically, if you tried hard enough, give somebody a ride. They could sit on the luggage rack. I don't know that it's. I mean, it's attached to the fender. Like, I don't know if it would support their weight, but you know, theoretically, you could kind of fit 2 people on it. All right. Bike fold up tour. All right, so the bike folds up. I'm gonna take my phone off before I stick it in. So the bike, well, you turn it off and you fold, see, handlebars down, and then true. I mean, I was halfway to where I'm going to pick her up, so I should have just not went back to the car. I should have just kept going. I could have gotten to her work probably faster than I got back here. Alright, so I'll show you. I'll fold it part of the way up. Wait, I think camera's pointing down enough you can see that. See, so you fold that down and then the frame just folds in half. And you just let the seat all the way down. And it's really heavy. Kind of a pain to get in the car because it's almost too tall to fit in. But this is what you do. So there. I'll have to stick it in a little bit more, but it just goes in like that, and it had been rocking back and forth, so I figured out if I put one bungee cord on the back wheel and bungee cord it to the tie down, then it doesn't hit the back seats and then rock back and forth, and then it fits pretty good. It's still kind of big. I haven't tried to stick it in Beryl's Honda to see if it would fit in her Civic or not. It fits in this car, and you can fold it more in half. It's just, if I put it in here and I fold it more in half, it just turns over sideways and then it rolls around. So I fold it in that much so it can't go back and forth sideways. It can just go towards the front or the back of the car, and then I can just bungee cord it down, and then it kind of like stays put. That's how I figured it out so far. Because otherwise, like, the first time I ever put it in, I folded it all the way, like, where the wheels are almost touching, and then it just falls over sideways. And then, like, it'll go over until the fork is basically touching the frame, and then when I'm driving around, it'll just, if it falls over, then it'll just bounce against itself and scratch itself up. So started just sticking in like that. Who am I gonna raid? There's not many people on. Subathon. Wait. Scrubathon. Happy birthday. What? I can't read the rest of the title. Alright, I'm gonna raid Madcap. He's doing some kind of subathon stream. It's his birthday. Okay, I could see the happy birthday. It cut off part of birthday. And then, so I didn't know if it was Cap's birthday or somebody else's birthday. Right, cool. I had found it right when you suggested. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I had a fun time. I want to do this again sometime when I have more time. That huge leap, it definitely have enough battery. I could do that huge leap where I like go all the way up to like Kirkland, and then there's a trail that goes from Kirkland down to Redmond, and then I could go this way. I don't know if it'd have enough range. If it did, you can go from Redmond all the way on a bike trail down to Issaquah, and then there's the I-90 trail that goes from there back to here, where you only have to get in the road a little bit, like for a couple miles, but the rest, I don't know if I'd have enough battery to do that. But if I had enough time, I could do a big long like loop around the whole East Side Metro, kind of, and that would be fun. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and actually the raid should be starting soon. So I hope you all have a nice rest of your day and everything, and I'll see you all later, whenever next time